What is up, guys? My name is Alex, and today we're going to be doing the 7th episode of Players Rating Predictions for FIFA 17. And today we're going to be talking about the attacking midfielders that I think deserve upgrades for next year. So without further ado, let's get straight onto the video. Up first, we have Koke, the center attacking midfielder, who's a Spaniard for Atletico Madrid. He's 83 rated on FIFA 16, and you can see his stats right there. I think he deserves an upgrade for having such an amazing season for them. At the beginning of the season, he looked kind of shaky, but at the middle and then at the end, he started to really get a grasp of how he's playing. So I think he had a fantastic season, along with the fact that he had an 89 rated team of the season. So I gave him a +2 in pace, a +1 in shooting, a +3 in passing, a +2 in dribbling. I left his defense and his physical alone. I gave him a +2 in overall rating just because I think that's what he deserves. And that's what I think Koke will look like for next year on FIFA 17. So let's move on to the next card. Up next, we have Hamsik. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm really sorry if I'm butchering his name. He started off with an 83 rated card on FIFA 16. He had a pretty good season in the Euros. Obviously, they didn't make it through, but him alone did really well. I gave him a +1 in pace, a +1 in shooting, a +2 in passing, a +1 in dribbling. I left his defending alone, and I gave him a +2 physical. I also gave him a +1 overall because I think he deserves an 84 rated card on FIFA 17. I think he's done really well in general from Napoli, and I think he's done really well in total. He also has 86.4 pass completion on average in all competitions, so I think that's pretty good for an attacking midfielder because no one's perfect, but that's really good. That's all I have to say about Hamsik for FIFA 17. Let's move on to the third player of this video. A quick preface as well that we also have 6 players in this video. Just wanted to quickly mention that before we continue. But with that being it for Hamsik, let's move on. Up next, we have the BPL player. We have Kevin De Bruyne, the Belgian beast, as some call him. I gave him a +1 overall, along with the fact that he did get injured. He had a really good start to the season with Manchester City and a really good Euros as well. He had several man of the matches, he had several informs and man of the match as well. I give him a +1 overall. I didn't upgrade him too much purely because he did get injured, and I think he could have had a better season if he didn't get injured. But I still think with the stats that he has in game, in real life right now with the BPL and the Euros, I think he does deserve an upgrade. So I give him a +2 pace, a +1 shooting. I left his passing alone. I gave him a +1 dribbling, left his defending, and gave him a +1 physical. Again, nothing too major, just a bit here and a bit there, giving him some upgrades. Purely because of the fact that, you know, he did quite well in general. If he didn't get injured, I think he would have done much better. And that's what I think Kevin De Bruyne will look like in FIFA 17. Let's move on to the fourth player of this video. Up next, we have a young talent for England, for Spurs, wherever he ends up in the future. We have Dele Alli. Being the young player he is, I also give him a position change to an attacking midfield. He had an 85 rated team of the season card. Absolutely insane if he's starting off as a 72 rated player. I believe he's 19 or 20, somewhere around there, which is quite mental for someone around his age to be getting such high rated cards. I gave him a +5 in rating just because I think he deserves a rare gold card on FIFA, and gold cards are 75 plus if you didn't know that. So I gave him a 77 rated card. And let's get into his stats. I gave him a +1 pace, I gave him a +4 shooting, I gave him a +6 passing, I gave him a +1 dribbling, left his defending alone because he didn't do much on the defensive side, and I gave him a +1 physical. He did really well for Spurs. They ended up in third, choked at the last second. They could have gotten second in the league. And you can't say he did too well for England because England didn't do too well in general, but I can't say he did poorly as well. So that being it for Dele Alli, let's move on to the next player. Up next, we have Arfa. Along with the fact that he had a really good season right now with Nice, he also got himself transferred to PSG, so hopefully gonna get some starts there. You know, it's a very prestigious club, so it's gonna be hard to get in a start. But I gave him a +2 in rating. I left his pace alone. I gave him a +3 shooting, gave him a +1 passing, a +0 in dribbling because his dribbling is relatively high, and I think it's good enough. I believe he's also got 5-star skills, if I'm not mistaken. I left his his defending alone, and I gave him a +1 physical. He is a bit of a bigger guy and for a footballer, and I think he will do well at PSG. I don't know how much starting time he'll get because of such a amazing midfield at PSG with, Matuidi, Verratti, Pastore, but I bet they'll find a way to fit him in, especially with the fact that there have been a couple injury-prone players, such as Verratti at PSG recently. I think Ben Arfa will do really well at PSG, and I think that's it for his card. Let's move on to the last player of the video. So last but not least, we have Julian Draxler, or Julian Draxler, I don't know how to really pronounce his first name. Along with the fact that he did really well in the Euros with Germany, he's been very impressive in the Euros. I just have to say that right off the top. Purely because he was a replacement for Marco Reus. No one expected him to do as well as Marco Reus would have done, and no one knows if he would have done as well as Marco Reus if Reus actually played. But I think Julian Draxler had a fantastic Euros for Germany. Definitely think he deserves an upgrade to an 82 rated player. But I think he does need a position change because I've seen him being played as a cam more at Wolfsburg than an actual winger. So that's why I think he should be position changed for FIFA 17 to cam. I give him a +1 pace, a +1 in shooting, a +1 in passing, a +1 in dribbling, left his defending alone, and a +1 physical. So really just a +1 nearly everywhere apart from defending, including his rating. He did really well for Germany, really well for Wolfsburg, and I think he'll be a really good talent for Germany and a really good player with high potential in the future. With that being the end of the video, I really hope you enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I hope to see you next time, and peace.